Welcome back. We are talking of DPDP implementation. So I thought why not have a look at sort of a roadmap for the first 6 months on your implementation journey. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we regularly talk about data privacy, and we are talking about the first 6 months in your DPDP implementation. What is your expectation? Could be anything. What is the generic expectation? And you'll get people. Consultants will say, oh, done. It does not happen like that. No life process, no business process happens like that. Even the bad things take time. We don't realize they are going in the wrong direction. Sometimes we don't want to accept they are going in the wrong direction. And good things, the same way. Drops fill up the ocean. So we have to do it step by step, slowly. Nothing happens quickly. No need to buy tools, not on day one. Complete your data mapping and be sure what you want. Then evaluate a tool that fits best with your data mapping. Just writing policies, how can you start writing policies without even knowing what data you have? Logical. And thinking or trying to achieve instant compliance? No, it would not happen. Month 1 to 2, you should try and build visibility. Do the initial assessment, identify high risk personal data, map the key data journeys, and identify the major vendors who are handling data. And this is more applicable for people who get the data processed from outside only. For example, they have dedicated processors, something like a business, you can say a business process outsourcing or BPO, payment collection agency, marketing agency, right? You need to be very careful about those because they are processing data on your behalf. The responsibility stays yours. Then after that, establish the ownership. Where is the data and who owns it? Who is going to supervise the overall privacy thing? Build up a team. Define responsibilities of people in the team. Create an escalation path for any instance that are happening or are likely to happen, and establish the internal coordination with the team. So I repeat, dedicate roles to people, assign a team, define their responsibilities, create their escalation paths, and establish an internal coordination. Subsequently, now you know what are the high risk areas, what are the most sensitive information you have, where is the volume more, segregate them, identify them. Look at, is that information with the vendors, for example, healthcare, a hospital as a lab inside the hospital, but it's an outsourced organization. So they might be physically sitting there, but it's an outsourced organization. They need to be careful. Consent collection points. At what points do you need collection? Are you taking it properly? And are you going to retain data? For how long are you going to retain this data? Subsequently, in the fourth and fifth month, you should look at the core processes of privacy norms. How are you going to handle data subject rights? Breach reporting would be done by which mechanism? Vendor review processes, internal awareness of your people in the organization need to be very, very, very carefully handled. Month 5th and 6th, document whatever exists. Privacy policies are updated. Internal privacy guidelines are created. Vendor contracts are updated. And basic privacy governance is documented. This is very important. These steps over a period of 6 months can help you achieve smoother transition or smoother deployment implementation of DPDP Act in your organization. Just be very careful that you are not trying to implement everything at once. Do it step by step. Learning helps doing the next step better and faster. Don't buy tools, not to begin with. At some stage, when you have learned what you are trying to do, when you know that they are aligned with privacy requirements, then buying tools is a good decision. Creating policies without operational backlog or backing, tough. Like I said, you're creating policy for what? You don't even know where the data is. Don't think TPTP is a legal exercise. Government is not even coming and disturbing you in your day-to-day working. They're not asking you to deposit any challans, right? They just want that you keep the privacy norms intact so that if they have a query directly or through a principal or a suspected incident or breach, you are ready with the answers. The real insight. DPDP implementation is not a one-time compliance project. Has to be done regularly. Therefore, privacy by design. Redesign all your processes to include the privacy elements. Gradual creation of visibility, ownership, control over personal data. Organizations approaching journey step by step are able to build stronger, sustainable privacy programs. This is something which is true for any organization, any relationship. I have implemented backup so many times, and whenever you start doing it, people around you start expecting everything getting done in one day. People around you start expecting the biggest one to be done first. No, you have to go step by step. Even when I design trainings, I believe, and I've been following that for 25 years now, let's recap the fundamentals first, ensuring that if there is even one audience who has any doubts, that get cleared before we move on to the advanced things. This is something very important in anything that you do in your life. The first 6 months are not about perfection, they're about execution, learning, correcting, and re executing, building the foundation that makes everything else possible. So that's about first 6 months of DPDP implementation. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.